Hello. Good evening. Happy 5/5. How are ya? I'm pretending I haven't been kicked off 5 times. This is literally like the 5th time, but that's fine. 5 times a charm. Guess 5 times are a charm. Or 5 charms. Because today's actually 5/5. May 5th. One of my grandmother's birthdays. My mother's mom. Cinco de Mayo. The German lady's birthday. Anyway. How are you tonight? I don't know what I want to talk about. I really just wanted to see if anybody's here. Are you guys out there? If not, I'll just show you some crystals. I actually bought, speaking of crystals, I'm going to show you this month's calendar picture, just like last month. I know everything's backwards, I'm sorry. My shirt says Stardust Soul, and this is part of it. Unrelated, technically. It's actually, what do you call it? I'm drawing a blank right. Selenite. It's like chopped up slivers of selenite. There was a pink one of rose quartz, but I thought I just like selenite's supposed to protect you. Anyway, oh yeah, but I got some of this too, which I was gonna bring here, but it's one of those crystals that kind of runs away from me. I don't know why. I can never keep track of it. It's called kyanite, and it says aligns all chakras instantly, provides balance of yin-yang energy, dispels blockages, moving energy gently through the body, and has a calming effect on the whole ass being. So I was like, dang, that sounds like the shit. So I went and got some of it, and then lost it. Probably went under my bed. I can find it. Do you like my pants? It's they're an optical illusion. Haha. So some of the things I got at the store, the crystal bookshop. You know how I have that other one, the douche juice, that's supposed to promote peace and tranquility and love and stuff? This is called Gabriel's Well. I'm assuming they mean the Archangel Gabriel. And it says, creates relaxation and opens heart-centered communication. I was like, yeah, I need that. So, I was spraying it, and am now, quite liberally. But guess what it smells like? A Fish concert. It smells like patchouli. If you didn't know, I'm not much of a patchouli fan. I'm just not a hippie. I may have been. I don't think so. I think that I skipped that decade of LSD doing and having sex at, festivals. I guess people still do that, but I know it was very prevalent in the 60s. I don't know that. Or maybe I was, and I still have the fallout. A cystic, explosive lipstick from my sexual promiscuity in the 60s. It is back in this life. A karmic balance, if you will. How are you tonight? If you watch this at a later date, how are you feeling? I'm up and down. I actually got sick for the first time in like 2.5 years. I hadn't been sick since, I want to say, winter 2020. January, something like that, February, when I was still in the office. And I was so unhealthy and so doped up. It would always go into, and somebody was blowing smoke in my face. Not to keep bitching about that, but I'm just saying. But okay, I'll take the blame. I was fucking unhealthy and making poor decisions and not moving and being around smoke. And so I would always get sick and then it would go into bronchitis. I've already told this story. It's not a happy story, but anyway, I got sick at the end of April. But it wasn't like a congestion kind of thing. It was fucking weird. Like I got this just like piercing, splitting, raging fucking fever. Out of nowheresville. And then a really bad fucking sore throat. Like bad. And my friends were messaging me just like Lucky did. And they're like, how you doing? What's up? How you feeling? I thought that you were sick. And I was like, I just ripped all over them for no fucking reason. I'm like, I hate life. I'm sick of living. I want to die. I'm praying that the Lord takes me tonight. I'm sick of this bullshit. And my friend, like Christina's like, okay. And then immediately, because I have Mercury in Libra, I'm like, oh my God, why did I say that to her? Why did I say that? I'm sorry, I apologize. It is not your fault that my throat hurts so fucking bad I had to dig through my cabinet for some dental codeine from like when I had braces fucking 12 years ago. But I took it and immediately went out of my body. Codeine is, what is that, an opiate? And I was so pissed off at God and so miserable about my fever and for yelling at my friend. And I was like, oh great. Oh God. Now I'm leaving my body. I might as well go fucking drink again. Let me just walk down to the, or I guess I could have driven. I don't know. But anyway, I was having really dark thoughts once I was floating out of my body on this codeine. I was already having dark thoughts, screaming at my friend about how I was sick of Earth. It's not nice to do that. She was just asking how I'm doing. But really, and then my other friend said, like, well, that's Rachel, but she's a lot like me. She's like, it's okay to not be okay. I'm like, yeah. I'm trying to find a balance between, like, you know, that vegetative state that I was in for so many years. Not giving a flying fuck about anything. Totally cut off from everybody and everything. Sick all the time. Hating fucking life. Hating my job. To, like, I don't know, toxic positivity. There's gotta be a balance, right? I know what you're thinking, Colleen. Who the hell ever accused you of being toxically positive? I'm just saying I'm not okay all the time. I've had a really rough April. Really rough. I was told to fuck off and seek mental help when I told a family member happy birthday. An Aries. Seek mental help. Okay. And I said, person, I know where you're coming from. I understand. He's all, you understand that you're trying to kill me? And I was like, no, but I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. And he's like, okay. Well, if you think that's okay, I'm like, I think that you're allowed to think whatever you want and that I will still love you unconditionally and I am here to talk to you if you want to talk to me or see me or any of that. And he's like, go get fucking mental help and go fuck yourself and have a nice life. Something like that. I'm exaggerating. I'm not really exaggerating. It really, really hurt my feelings. And I sent him the dang card I was working on anyway with the balloons that were singing and dancing. I still sent it to him. This family member who shall not be named, Earth family. Because I think that was mean. I think it was fucking mean. And I was like, and then I got sick. Which he probably would think was funny. Because I'm going to die of the Rona. I don't have any fucking idea if it was the Rona. I don't know. It was no congestion. It was no sneezing or snotting or inability to breathe or any of that. It was a fever and a sore throat. And I was a real grouchy bitch the whole time. It wasn't that long. It was like a week, but I got really depressed because it was just a hard month. Aries is a fucking hard month for me. Aries season. And now it's Taurus season. So anyway, I'm just saying, like, if I give the impression that, like, since I got off drugs and lost a bunch of weight and have started to regain control over my life and expressing myself the way I should have been, maybe, before people started telling me to shut up and that I'm a fucking mental case. People who maybe shouldn't be named. Men in the family, other, not just men, honestly, but the men seem to think this. But anyway, and then I was thinking, well, maybe I've gone over the top. Maybe I've talked too much. Maybe not everybody needs to... I remember reading a review of an Alanis Morissette album when I was a kid, and I subscribed to Rolling Stone, and it said, Alanis, not everything that you write down in your diary should be a song. And I was like, hey, fuck you, she can write whatever the fuck she wants. I like her songs. Some of them. I was like, okay, well, maybe I don't need to get online and rage about everything or say everything about my life. I like to express. Because I want you to know, people that call me nuts, like, I literally, when my mom left, and the environment in my home became like kind of an eggshell, very uncomfortable, you're not allowed to express yourself kind of environment energy that was way more subversive than it was outright. It was way more scorpionic than it was Taurus, right? I literally sat in my room, I'm like, I'm gonna shut up now. Nobody's gonna fucking mistreat me based on what I say or how I act. And that goes for school, and that goes for home, and everywhere but, everywhere. So I literally made that decision, and I think about all the opportunities that I must have missed. I think about these two boys that came up to me in 9th grade. He said, I'm Eric, and I can't remember the other kid's name, Jeff. I was telling Christina this, because I was sitting by myself in the corner, eating lunch where I ate every day. In the corner, by the band room, and I guess these two boys saw me every day, and they said, we're Fixation, and we want you to be in our band. And this terrified me. Like, it terrified me. I thought I was a piece of shit, and I couldn't understand why they were talking to me. I was like, why are they talking to me? I don't play anything anyway. But I, froze up and, seized. I was like, no, that's okay, thank you. No, that's okay. These two boys, with their trombone and snare drum or whatever, came back, for 5 days. And when they saw me in the Taco Bell mosh pit, we had a Taco Bell mosh pit. For whatever fucking reason at Bella Vista, there was not a line that was constructive or at all useful. It was just a fucking mosh pit I was thrashing around in. It was like we were at a gosh dang Black Flag concert or Good Charlotte or whatever was popular at the time. They were blaring, they were instigating it. They were playing Good Charlotte out there. And so the kids, whatever the hell was playing in 1999. Oh, Papa Roach, I'm sorry. It was Papa Roach. Broken Home, but not that one. The other one, the more aggressive one that would make the boys with the blonde frosty tips windmill into you while you're trying to get a burrito in the cafeteria. Anyway, they came back after I got out of the mosh pit and they're like, you made it, you're still alive, can you join our band now? And in my head I'm thinking, I don't play a musical instrument, but I could have helped them write. And they could have been friends. And we could have met other friends. And I could have had friends, and I could have gone on with my life and done something with friends. God knows, maybe we could have gotten an apartment together and I wouldn't have had to waste time making library porn in the college, pretending to study. I mean, God, I just think, and I thought about this other girl named Denise. I think that was her name. And she was sitting there looking across from me in some kind of PE circle. She was pretty unique looking, very kind energy, and she had, I said, I love your nail. I spoke to her because she was so, like, she seemed welcoming. I said, I like your nails. And she goes, I have the nail polish in my backpack, and it was like a sparkly blue. I just got mine done, by the way. And she's like, do you want to borrow it? And you can bring it back tomorrow in this class or something like that. Or Monday or something. I was like, no, it's okay, no. And I could tell, like, she was offended. But I didn't want to be fucking hurt by her. Are people going to be violent? Are they going to be fucking mean? Are they going to literally spit on me? Like, I didn't know. So I was just like, I'm not going to fucking... I'm literally... I mean, do you know what a big decision that is? To fucking literally not talk from, like, 14 to whenever I met that guy from Minneapolis on the internet. And then I started talking to people on the internet. Anyway, I don't remember why I'm telling this story. I truly do not. I just was saying I've had a rough April, but now it's May. It's 5/5. It's 5/5. I'm alive, and your mother is a snowblower. It's from Short Circuit. So anyway, I'm not trying to like rehash or relive this stuff all the time. I can't remember what the fuck I'm talking about it. Oh yeah, because April. So when somebody literally tells me to shut up and fuck off and go seek mental health because I'm telling them happy birthday, like, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to love you from afar and unconditionally. Because I actually do know what is driving you to say this kind of stuff. I can actually understand it. I don't agree with it, and I literally have different opinions about health, but you've been through all kinds of things that I haven't. I've been through all kinds of things that you haven't, including what I'm talking about. Mental health issues, you would call it. I call it. But you grew up in the same home that I did, so you know what it is, actually. So you could have some understanding for me. And I don't know why I'm yelling about this on the internet. Anyway, my point was, I forget what my point was. Sorry. April is rough for me, and I'm not always okay. I think that was my point. I'm not always okay. Like, when I got sick, I was like, this is too much. I just want to go into the light, and please don't make me come back here with these people. I don't want to do this again. Like, I'm fucking over it. I'm fucking over it. But then I thought, you know what? Like, I'm an Energizer bunny. Aren't I? What a waste for me to go into the light right now. First of all, because I haven't finished doing what I need to do. Second of all, like, you know, just why should I? Why am I any worse than anybody else that I need to die right now? Like, we're all having, some of us, probably everybody's having a hard time. So it's not really always all that fun down here. But that leads me to my lucky story. She's a Saturn North Node. Did you know that? And I'm a Cancer North Node. And we were sitting outside in her idyllic little cottage, and she's studying for the bar. She's about to graduate from Berkeley Law. And she has a high-power, falutin attorney job all lined up she's excited about. And she helped me with my resume. I already had it written. I don't mean the poem about the resume. That is what I consider my resume. But I have a resume on this Indeed site, and she cleaned it up for me. She said I was being passive-aggressive about the government. Excuse me. Was I finished talking about being sick? I never got snotty, but you wouldn't know that because I just snotted all over the place. And so in between, she looks over her sunglasses. She's studying for the bar. Well, I don't know. Maybe not sunglasses. Who studies for the bar in sunglasses? Although we were outside. She goes, who are you talking to? And I said, a bird. The bird in your tree. And she goes, you stop it and get back on Indeed and apply for stuff. And I'm going to finish studying for the bar, and I'm going to make an appointment to neuter and spay myself. And I said, what? And she goes, yeah, I don't want children. I hate them. I'm neutering and spaying myself, like my cat Lucky here. And I was like, oh gosh. And then I realized We're on the Cancer Capricorn axis. She has a Saturn stellium in her first house, Mercury, Neptune even. She is Neptunian. I think Uranus. Of course, everybody I know is Neptunian and Uranian, but she's got all these fucking Saturn in the first, in Capricorn, and a North Node in Capricorn in her house of self. So she's concerned with, like, you know, law and the man. But not really, because she's so loving and so beautiful. So I've realized, oh, well, that's where she's coming from. The last life, she's already mastered Cancer. Now she's going to be like a loving lawyer. That's why I've written her that poem, Lovely Lawyer. Crime Destroyer. Capricorn parked in her foyer. And I don't care if that's how you don't say foyer. There's a Drab Majesty song where they do say foyer like that, so it's good enough for me. Anyway, so she's getting spayed, and she's headed toward Saturn in this life. And I'm the opposite. So we don't see eye to eye on stuff, but it's not a squaring aspect, it's opposition. So it's like back and forth, and we're like, we understand each other, but we're not going toward the same place. It's like my Pisces friend that's married to a Virgo, Amanda. I've written a poem about her too. It's not the same as the squaring aspect. It's not like say the men in my family, how they feel about everything that I fucking say. That's a squaring aspect. Opposition's a little different. So she has me look up words on Indeed that I like love, emotional, support, emotions, happy, abuse, counsel, stuff that, a lot of stuff I don't have the formal education for, but that interests me. So I applied for some autistic kid support, and she apparently dealt with a lot of that when she was a teacher, because she was a high school teacher. Oh, hi. How are you doing this evening? How are you? Hey, did you have your baby? I don't know if you want me to name you. Oh, did he leave yet? Damn it. Nobody knows that he's pregnant. Not him. He's not pregnant. Can I still wave at you? I don't know. I can never tell who's there. I'm sorry. I just wanted to know if you had your kid yet. Because you're so goddamn secretive. God bless secretive. I just had a hunch, so I messaged him. I was like, is your wife pregnant? He's like, yeah. Don't tell anyone. Okay, I think he left. Anyway, dang it, now I have no fucking idea what I was talking about. Oh, Indeed.com. Autistic kids. And she'd known a lot of them when she was a teacher. She was a Spanish teacher in high school. Why are they making autistic kids take Spanish? Anyway, that really blows my mind. Like, if they're having a problem with English and everything else, why are they in a fucking... Anyway, that leads me to my point. She sent me this video on autistic kids. And it was beautiful, but it was kind of heartbreaking. It was 5 questions we asked autistic kids. And one of them was, do you hope they find a cure for your autism? And this kid was like 5, 6 maybe? Tiny little thing. 7 maybe? Or maybe he just seemed older because he was so intelligent, clearly. He's like, a cure? No. I want it to be loved and supported. And Lucky goes, well, you'd be great at that. Isn't that what you want to do? And I said, well, yes, but everybody needs love and support. There's nothing wrong with that kid. He's in a system that doesn't do either, and that tells him that he's fucked up. I was like, this is why I left the job I was in. This is why I have to put up boundaries with people who tell me to go fuck myself and get on drugs, on mental health drugs. When I tell them happy birthday, I'm like, did you not pay attention to how my life was going when I was on mental health drugs? And I messaged them to say the reason I unfriended you here is because I felt extremely unsupported. Now I'm going back to that. extremely unsupported when I started losing weight and left that traumatic bond I was in and grew all my hair back and started writing and returning to my original self back before I shut myself down in high school. Or before that, 8th grade. And your advice to me is to get on drugs, to go back to Western medicine. Well, that's fine. I know we have... Anyway, I don't want to talk about Western medicine for mental health. That's what I'm talking about. Mental health. Like, okay. Anyway, my point was, the way that these kids are treated in school, by the government, maybe by their parents, by this beast system that we're in, everybody's going to feel that way. We all need love and support, and it would be nice if the structures on this earth provided that and then didn't make you feel like a fucking crazy psycho and like you're in the wrong if you don't conform to their bullshit. Like, it's a crime. It's a crime against souls. But duh. I mean, duh. At least duh to me. I get it now. I get it. And then the other kid said, he was older. He was like 10, 11, 12, maybe 13. They go, do you want us to find a cure for autism? Is that what you hope for? And he goes, no. What do you mean cure? Like, we're all supposed to be different. And I was all, yeah, nothing these kids say. I don't understand why we're labeling them as fucked up. We're fucked up for labeling them. I don't label people that, but like, come on. And then the next day I got a letter from Indeed. It said my resume was fucked up. They said I needed to quantify, stop talking so much about what I had done in my life and quantify it. I converted this much of... I made this many sales. I converted this many people. I brought this many people over. I did this much. I made this much. I had this many years there. Math stuff, basically. They want me to break down my earthwork, all of the work and service I'd done over the years, into quantifiable, measurable, which is why I got kicked out of Sac State, by the way. Other than the library porn, it was statistics. I couldn't handle it. It was manipulating your studies so that you could get funding. It was literally how to use math. And I don't really have a problem with math and geometry and sacred geometry. It's beautiful. It's an art. It's a way of explaining dimensions. But in this particular instance, it was a way of manipulating. Which I know about. I have a Scorpio moon. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. I understand the concept, but that's exactly why I got kicked out of that college. Are you still there? Anyway, that's why. I was depressed and sleeping through my classes and not participating in anything other than creating... You guys know I'm kidding about that? I didn't actually do that. That was a joke that somebody made to me. They're like, why did you get kicked out? And I said that, and I've been running with it ever since. I've done other things, but I didn't actually do that. Anyway, that's not why. I got kicked out for a low GPA. And that was the kicker. That was that class. I couldn't... I mean, first of all, I don't have an aptitude for math like that. But anyway, when they messaged me about the resume that Lucky had worked on, then not my poem, I couldn't believe that. They're like, you need to break down, like... Stop talking and break down, like... sales... who you've brought over, what you have done math-wise. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I laughed. And a while ago, it would have maybe crushed me and made me cry, and I would have gotten intimidated and fixed my website. And now I'm like, hell no. But I don't need to, I don't need to rage against this system. Maybe I just need to get out of it. And keep looking. Or keep pursuing my North Node, which is to feel and love and support like that kid asked for. So I'm not going to fucking burn down that website because there are kids on there, there are people, there are employers that would get me to maybe, drug counseling was something else I looked at, although you need certificates for that. I think you need, although I guess I could be willing to do that, but like, I'm not really willing to like, I have no interest in interviews or manipulating my resume so that you think that I'm cool. So that you accept me. You deem me worthy of your fucking money. Like, that's not how it works for me anymore. Jesus Christ. That would be going backwards. That would be into a belief system that I no longer believe in. So, I mean, it's disappointing to me. It was disappointing to me when my vendor said to me, we're going to go back to school and I'm going to teach you how to write and make sales, or to sell yourself or sell us or something. I was like, there's nothing wrong with me. Just like the autistic kid. Excuse me, I don't like to call him that. I don't know what his name was. There's nothing fucking wrong with somebody for needing love and support in this life, and for being encouraged to do what it is that they're good at. I guarantee you that kid is fucking good at something. He was intelligent as fuck. Probably music or art or writing or something social. Or maybe even math. Why don't we fucking encourage that? Because they don't want you to. And if you back it up and look at it bigger picture, there's a reason that they want you in their system. They are harnessing your life force and your energy for their use. Do you think they're working a 9 to 5 doing this kind of bullshit? No, they're manipulating you. Well, you don't even want to know what they're doing. It's worse. But still. My point is, so I have to get to these kids or addicts. Not that I'm like, fucking Mother Mary either. I'm not somebody's savior, because I just had like a dark night of the soul after I got sick and was snapping at my friends and being a bitch and asking the Lord to take me. I'm like, I'm done with this planet. I'm done with it. People are still telling me to get mental help and fuck off. I'm like, okay. You don't talk to me that way anymore. I don't let people talk to me that way anymore. I've had extremely difficult, painful conversations with people. And maybe it's like that Eagle song, you can stab it with your steely knives, but you just can't kill the beast. Maybe I should stop. And I probably expend too much energy, but you kind of want to tell somebody happy birthday. So. Anyway, I'm not trying to name names or out people. Just telling my story tonight, because people come in here and then run away, like LaBouche says, you remember that LaBouche song? That's everybody that comes in here. Anyway, so I'm just saying, I still have really bad days, but they're not like for 7 years at a time. Like, I'm not like in a London fog, like cut off from my creativity. And also, like, I always bounce back. I'm like Energizer Bunny. Like, people say these things to me. I get emails like that, but then, something else will happen. Like, Lucky will send me a video of the autistic kid saying stuff like that, and she's like, this is why I sent you it, because you're good at loving and supporting, and that's how you make me feel, so I want you to help these kids. Then moments like that will happen in my day. And I'm like, okay, well, isn't that what I ask for every day? Isn't that what I ask God? Place me where I can do your will. I'm making Lucky feel better. Good. Alright, well, I was going to show some crystals. This is Danburite. I think, is it the Lemurian one? I'm not sure, but one of them, like, when you touch the little thingies, it's supposed to open your heart, like this that I got. Did I already say that I got this one for opening your heart and for having good communication, but it smells like a fish concert because it's fucking patchouli. I think I mentioned that. I'm sorry. Like I said, I've been through 5 lives. I got kicked off by the police. Literally, the band. Every little thing she does is magic. Boom! You're gone. That's a sick song, though. And then I got this. Several of them. This is for the crown. And then I got this. This is not at all spiritual in nature, but it's like glittery. Just fun. That makes me happy. I like that. And then I got this. I can't pronounce it, but I just love the color. It just makes me happy. It's just soft and pastel. I just love colors like this. Like, I feel like just so happy. My cubicle at the Man was like, so it was all pastel and pink, and there were flowers and everywhere. A lot of people missed that. They're like, what happened? What happened? Because everybody came back from the pandemic, and I had cleaned my cubicle out that weekend. And I got some text. What? Where is all your pink stuff? I'm like, So yeah, I got this one, which is supposed to like upgrade your DNA and shit. Oops, sorry. Upgrade. Let me upgrade you. Raise your frequency, which you can do, by the way, loving and supporting. I know it's hard. I mean, it's not hard, actually. It's hard to stay up. It can be, but it's okay. I have to teach myself that. I was just talking to the plumber about that after I gave him some cat soup. He was here for the neighbors. And he's all, I'm sorry, I get tunnel vision and I obsess over like a pipe and stuff, and I have to go think about that until I'm sick. I'm like, I do that kind of stuff too, but not with plumbing pipes. I was like, are you a Virgo? He goes, no, I'm a Libra. I was like, oh God, I know about that too, because you have a balance. You're trying to balance. I was like, we have to learn that, you know, just because something's out of balance doesn't mean it isn't beautiful, and that we're all human, and we're actually not going to be balanced. I mean, you're trying in this life, but if you're a Libra, actually you were put in positions that aren't balanced, so you're gonna feel like that. Go easy on yourself. He's like, yeah, I'm supposed to be retired, but your landlady keeps calling me. I was like, oh, well, I appreciate you a lot. He's one of the best repair people I've ever come across in my life. His name is Henry, and he has a cat named Puddin'. And every time he comes over, because the pipes are from 1957 here, I give him cat soup for Puddin'. And he saw my hummingbird feeder, and he's all, Puddin' killed a hummingbird. I was like, don't tell me this kind of shit, Henry. I didn't even know that a cat could catch a hummingbird. I'm gonna have to watch Squeakers real close, dude. That is not cool. I told you I had a fucking mental breakdown when they got a hold of that monarch butterfly. They just passed it back and forth and ripped its wings off. I was like, you guys, do you know what butterflies go through to get out of their little cocoon? And then they only live one day, and y'all's just gonna rip their wings off. I know it happens in nature. I know it happens all over the place. I know that I eat cows. I know! Okay, anyway. I can't go down this path. Anyway, okay, so this is Danburite. This is, I want to say phosphor. It starts with phos. It might be, I just thought I was like, is that real? It looks like somebody painted it pastel pink. It's just so fucking beautiful. And then the fish concert stuff and the candle. Oh yeah, you know what I was going to do for you guys tonight? And later viewers? We're going to pull, Angel Oracle, Angel Guide. I've mentioned before a lot of these angels are hot guys, so let's pull one for myself and my viewers and my friends and my future friends. And this push pin that Squeakers was batting around the kitchen. So, Because there's all kinds of tricky spirits out there, you say, God, with your protection and permission, help me draw a card whose energy, which represents energy I can use as a talisman or can resonate with and use for the higher good of myself and everyone. And then, honest, that was on the bottom of the deck. It says honesty and communication. That's what I'm trying to do here. That's what I've been trying to do since I opened my chakras back up, and I've just been trying to communicate and express myself and hoping it's for the higher good of both my soul and everything on earth. Okay. The one I pulled, that's really pretty. It's gonna be backwards. I like this one. I get it a lot. Signs and reminders. There's things with wings, honestly. Birds, butterflies, feather, and then the clouds and the moon. I suppose that could be the earth down there. Okay. So, honest communication and... Oh, here's this... Look, here's one of the hot guys. Divine time. Look at him. Look at his little top knot. And the stickies. Would do this angel. Okay, guys. Have a beautiful 5/5 evening. And, a beautiful... Tomorrow's Friday, huh? I love Friday energy. Friday Venus energy. So I will see you soon. Okay, bye. Love ya, support ya. Please do the same for me and everyone. Unless they're mean to you, and then you can love them from afar. But love yourself first so that you... What is it I say? Sorry, I was gonna go. God give me my wings so that I can show other people how to find theirs. Okay, good night.